She is a performer, both on stage as well as in installments of street art, a photographer, writer, painter, sculptor, and purveyor of repurposed feminist-centric products. She is a woman with a Y of many talents. She is most known for partaking in a faculty protest at NYU despite having no affiliation with the university whatsoever by taking her shirt off in Washington Square Park and getting featured on Humans of New York. Her name is Emily Wolfe. Emily received her Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Wellesley College and is taking the GREs in hopes of gaining acceptance to Columbia's social justice program in the fall. Tonight, however, she brings to us a piece on injustice, on capitalism's encroachment on personal freedom, which was originally posted on one of her many themed Tumblr blogs, The Never Subjugated Socialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Wolfe.
By the way, my eyes are down here. I'm just going to begin, okay? Dear Mr. Chad Whitney and all those at the Internal Revenue Service, I am writing this open letter and subsequently publishing it to my Tumblr so that all might see the callous injustice that you and the IRS have inflicted upon me and others like myself in the recent weeks. You arrived to my Williamsburg loft unannounced one morning, rousing me from my creative languor, a rest so vital for me to maintain that I may accomplish my work. Without it, I am no longer burgeoning with ideas, pulsating with thoughts, nor vibrating with feeling. You took it upon yourself, utilizing the privilege endowed to you by centuries, if not millennia, of patriarchy, so that you might impose your white, Western-centric, capitalistic ideals on me. I was bereft of my customary 13 hours of rest. It just goes to show you how inconsiderate you all are in assuming that each of your victims operates within the confines of that oppressive 9-to-5 bullshit schedule. A construct of the modern white man on the rest of society, mind you. I am a creative, and I operate on my own fluid schedule as my mind sees fit. Regardless, I let you into my space, only for you to unceremoniously devour my filing system, not without muttered criticism that I most certainly heard as I prepared for you my special blend of fair trade coffee that I picked up while I was backpacking through Central and South America during the summer of my junior and senior year at Wellesley. I even wrapped it in a tea cozy I procured in Mongolia when I went there last summer after joining my mother in India for a vinyasa retreat. No doubt while you interrogated me, a strong, independent female, you attempted to victimize me by weaponizing your own masculine insecurity, which you most assuredly acquired from your frat hazing days at state school. But rather fall into the trap that most men place for women like me, I chose to address you in this formal way, as is customary for the likes of you in your men's warehouse suit, rather than confront you in person, which I'm sure you had expected of me, lest I might incur the wrath of your heteronormative anxieties. I will therefore prove beyond a doubt that the questions that I have been besieged with since that fateful morning are not only erroneous, but also discriminatory towards those who do not fit in your homogenizing capitalistic mold. I divide your accusations into two categories: business expenses, hereby known as item 1, and charitable causes, known as item 2. Each individual matter that falls under the subject shall be noted by letters. I feel as though I should not have to spell it out for you, but as I undoubtedly have the superior degree to your own, I just wanted to make doubly sure that you comprehend. Item 1, business expenses. A, my tattoo of an owl holding an olive branch between its talons on my upper left thigh. There is a precise image that I need to maintain in order to conduct business as a free-thinking artist. a Renaissance woman, if you will. Without my tattoos, my hairstylist, my collection of vintage clothing, all down to my environmentally conscious facial masks purchased on Etsy, I can no longer set myself apart from the rest of the workforce. I cannot be hired, and I cannot earn money, which is the sole purpose of your imposition in my life anyway. The means by which I need to make money to even stay afloat in your society. Disputing this would cut off my resources to engender a livelihood. Similarly, I'm supporting local art. I have art emblazoned on my body. B, rent. My official place of residence is my parents' house in New Jersey. Therefore, the space that I currently reside is more of an artistic office than a home. Technically, when I take my camera all over New York, the whole city is my office, and therefore my subway rides should also be deducted. However, my apartment is where I conduct the majority of my business. I hold my photo shoots there. I paint there. I have meetings as a creative consultant there. And most importantly, I write there. Even as I sleep, I'm dreaming of new ideas. Even in my bed, I'm developing and creating. And if you must know the exact value, the bed was $2,406 from Bow Concept. C, MacBook repair and typewriter ribbon. Well, obviously I write on my MacBook, so when it was in need of repair, because Apple's monopolistic intent has forced its slave to create products that are built to fail so that it might become even more prolific, thereby oppressing more people with its marketing schemes and its user-friendly design so that their machines become the sole vehicles upon which society can operate and thus progress, therefore enslaving more people. Naturally, I had to use my vintage Olivetti typewriter within which the ribbon had dried up. D, all recently purchased home decor items and my copies of Moby Dick, Lolita, Catcher in the Rye, Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, as well as Infinite Jest. Well, when my clients come to my office, they need to know that I'm well-read. I will need to communicate with them on subjects both current and past. I therefore include my Netflix subscription as a deductible because I could very well lose a client if I'm not up to date on Orange is the New Black, especially if we're to discuss feminism in modern television. E, tickets to various concerts. Not only do I write articles on my Tumblr, Koala Bears and Karl Marx, in hopes of Sunday contributing to Brooklyn Vegan, I also meet the majority of my clients at numerous innocuous concerts throughout the city. Once, when I was offered a Molly by this leggy girl from FIT at Park Slope Roach concert, we got into chatting and she agreed to model for me. You can see her project entitled Lolita and Nolita. There are so many of such chance encounters that influence my work, but all of them fade from memory in the haze of time and merriment. Is it a crime to enjoy your work? Please don't answer. F, $12 coffee produced by fair trade roasters sold at my local co-op. You yourself are the benefactor of my generosity. Much like my books and my decor, I need to offer my clients the socially conscious products that they come to expect. Now that I have cleared up some of the accusations you have brought upon me, I move on to item 2, charitable causes. A, eyeglasses. Rather than a business expense, I purchased eyeglasses so that I might act in solidarity with those who are visually impaired. I often purchase prescriptions so that I might also experience the difficulties felt by those who are either near or farsighted. I will be detailing this experience in both an article and a photographic installment called Blindness in the coming months. The rental space, for which I'm sure you will dispute in the next tax year, will likely be filed as an expense for a charity event, the proceeds of which will directly feed into the purchase of various eyeglasses frames at varying degrees of thickness for another artistic project. B, my plane ticket to Hawaii. In February, I took a trip to the small island of Lanai to research the ecological impacts of the former pineapple trade, as well as the sociological impacts of this very severe and all but violent Western influence on the native population. My post on it can be found on the very same blog, The Never Subjugated Socialist, in between photographs of native luau gatherings and ceremonial libation imbibing. C, the source of the fabric I use for my reusable, female-centric products. Finally, I noted that you found the source from whence I derive the fabric for my reusable feminine products that are available for purchase on my Etsy, Wearables for Women. That's wearables, the number 4, and then WOMYN. Questionable. There's absolutely nothing to question. I take the clothing from my ex-boyfriends at the time, and I repurpose them into feminine hygiene products, thereby reclaiming the power, transmogrifying the historically patriarchal mania with clothing and propriety, and turning it into a symbol of femininity, that oppositional force to your comfortably closed-minded norm. Not only do I transform the symbol of patriarchal monogamy into female independence, I am redeeming humanity and the prevalent disposal culture by making environmentally conscious products. We should embrace ourselves, even our excrement, and not throw ourselves away. These are creations of social consciousness, and therefore not for profit. I hope that you find my explanation satisfactory for your nefarious purposes. You may demonize my lifestyle. You may find fault with my bookkeeping, and you may ask me pointed questions of entrapment, but you will never subjugate me. Additionally, you will likely hear from my dad's accountant. You have been warned. Namaste. I'm happy to accept any questions from the audience. Anybody who needs to be further educated? No?
I mean, I just want to say, if there's any white males in the room, we'd prefer if you just don't say anything, so just thought
I was about to say that. Thank you so much for jumping in there.
Yeah, I got you, girl.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.